Now, forewarned weather with exclusive cutting-edge technology to help keep you and your family safe.
Ashley is here with that reality check, that 86 degrees.
That's not normal for April.
April is not April. Don't get used to that just yet.
I know, but we are going to be flipping the calendar, and it's just going to be upward from here, so that's good news. But temperatures today, certainly a lot cooler, and so right now we're sitting at 54 degrees over at Metro Airport, and it is a bit cooler as you work your way up towards Port Huron and Sandusky, still in the 40s, but we have 48 in Mount Clemens and City Airport as well. The rest of us, the farther west you go and south, we are in the 50s, and so we should be getting into the low 60s this afternoon. So 62, the forecasted high, just a smidge, a couple degrees below average, but at least we have the sunshine to pair with it. Not as gusty as yesterday, but if you do have a little breeze, it could be a little bit of a northerly flow, light and variable winds out there. Here's a live look at LCA, where we do have the sun shining over downtown Detroit, but boy, is LCA going to be hopping come tomorrow. Let's talk about the Pistons forecast. If you're heading out to Little Caesars Arena tomorrow evening for that 7:30 tip-off, well, if you're going to be grabbing dinner downtown, make sure you have that umbrella, or even just the umbrella going from your car into the stadium. So 70 degrees around 6 o'clock tomorrow, so it will be warmer, but it'll be rainy and windy, and then we'll be in the upper 60s by the time the game starts and mid to upper 60s by game's end. But rain definitely likely with a low pressure system that's going to arrive. So as far as impactful weather, we'll call tomorrow moderate. We're not looking at a very strong, severe chance, but it's inconvenient rain nonetheless. And some of that lingers into the early morning hours of Friday, but we'll spend the bulk of the day Friday drier than Thursday. However, with the rain, there is a positive part of that. If you're suffering from spring allergies, the pollen count high right now. Today and into at least probably the first part of tomorrow, we're looking at high levels of maple, juniper, and birch. And so you're going to start to see all of that taper down a little bit as the rain comes in and helps just kind of get that out of here for at least a brief period. But the winds will be whipping about 20 to 25 miles per hour tomorrow as far as gusts. So that doesn't take us in that wind advisory criteria like we had yesterday, but certainly breezy. So here's a look at clouds and radar, latest model data, actually pulling in a little bit of moisture by about 7, 8 o'clock tonight. Not really banking on that shower, but worth mentioning in case you're outside at maybe a kid's sporting event that you might see a sprinkle or two. But the best bet of that rain comes tomorrow morning as that warm front lifts more widespread across lower Michigan. Then that low pressure system skirts to the southeast, and so that's going to bring more instability with that cold front. So I think it's going to be more off and on rain chances throughout the day tomorrow that we take into early Friday before we dry things out. So in and out of that come tomorrow. And then we fall to about 65 on Friday. We'll be at 60 degrees Saturday with more sunshine returning, and then 10 degrees warmer Sunday, making that the pick day of the weekend. We take those 70s into early next week.